Hey, what's up everybody, TechChucker here, and welcome to episode 8 of This Week in Dioramas Season 2. Now, if you're not familiar with how this show operates, every week I go through Instagram looking for the coolest looking dioramas, and I showcase them right here on the show. Now, if you'd like to be showcased in a future episode, all you need to do is upload your diorama pictures to Instagram and tag them with the hashtag ThisweekinDioramas. Get yourself entered into the CrashboxCustoms giveaway. You've got until the 15th, so there is not much time left, but go to their Instagram. They just hit 5,000 followers there, and so that is why they are doing this giveaway of the Grand Championship winner diorama, the dock that they did, and you are going to get a Mezco Popeye sealed in box. The rules are very simple. All you need to do is follow them on Instagram at CrashboxCustoms. Also subscribe to their YouTube channel. The link I will leave in the description as well, but it is also on their post on Instagram. And then you need to repost this particular post that they have on Instagram on your Instagram in order to qualify to win this. And I highly recommend that you do. It's a really cool looking diorama. Again, it won the 2019 Grand Championship of This Week in Dioramas, and Crashbox has been a big supporter of the channel as well. So go check them out, give them a follow, and get yourself entered to win. Let's go ahead and reveal the winner of last week's fan vote. It was very close. Nobody really walked away with this one, but your winner from last week's episode is the Shipyard Dock Dio by BTMA Cart. Congratulations, you will now be entered into the Grand Championship vote at the end of the year. Make sure you stay tuned until the end of this episode where we will reveal my top 5 of this week, and you'll get another chance to vote for your favorite on the community tab on my channel. All right, let's go ahead and jump right on into the showcase for the week, starting off with Star Marvel 76's diorama. Now, this piece is really cool. This is starting off with an IGTV video that he did. Let's go ahead and play this while we talk a little bit. This thing has so much detail in it. I absolutely love your paintwork. The cracks are looking great. I love the moss and whatnot that you've got here. Cool little payphone. You've actually got the conduit with the little straps there, which is awesome. There's some really nice paint effects on there. Weathering is looking really good on this thing. Great looking graffiti. I mean, wow, you just did a really nice job on this piece. The weathering on this looks so good. It looks really old and corroded. There's texture in that which looks so great. You can see the whole thing together. Wow, you did a great job. And I love the fact that you brought the cobblestone style all the way to the front here. It just you know, completes the whole piece, which I really dig that. Yeah, it's just, oh, so cool. That is a great shot. I love the way that looks with all the different lights. You've got lights coming through this window, and then that really nice looking piece. So awesome job to Star Marvel 76. Go give them a like on this piece because they did a great job. This next one is coming from Ricky Panda 91, and again, it did amazing work on this. It is so cool. I love the effects that you've got with the lighting behind the window here. You've got the little catwalk style stairway coming up, and if you look close, you can see some really nice paint weathering on here. There's a little bit of corrosion rust going throughout this piece that looks so very nice. I love this window with the multiple grid design there. There's a lot of neat little weathering effects within the paint throughout. The door looks awesome. I love the chain link fence that you've got in the background. Nice picture with the bokeh. Wonder if you can let us know what kind of camera you used for this, because a lot of the times cell phones just don't get that bokeh or bokeh in the background like this. So I'm interested in that as well. And then look at the detail on this. Very nicely done. Let's go through. This is the shot that I really wanted to show with the purplish pink in the background in the window. That looks so good. Oh, I love it. And you've got a little bit of weathering paint on the window as well to make it look like it's a little bit dirty. That is great. Love it. Let's go through. There's another series of pictures because I wanted to show the interior of this, which is also so good. You've got some barrels and whatnot. This is just an awesome looking. This might be a separate piece. I don't know. Either way, it's really cool. I love the lighting effects through the windows. It's awesome. I absolutely love this ceiling with the windows up there. It is just immaculate. You did a phenomenal job on this piece. The paintwork is on point. The sculpt work is on point. Everything is looking great. So go check out Ricky Panda 91 and give him a like on his work. Next up is coming from Sibo Crafts. This is a really nice piece. It is, I believe, what Pokemon. Look at the paintwork that they've done on this. It is so good. The subtleness of the paintwork throughout on this stone dirt type of thing. And then the lava. How cool is that lava look? You know, if you were to take some shots and you had a little bit of a fog machine, oh, that would look so good. This thing just is so cool looking. Absolutely love the detail work on the stone that you've got here. Wow, what a great looking piece. And take a look at that. There's a little bit of like a shine to it to make it look like it is kind of a liquid, which is so cool. Absolutely love this piece. So awesome job to Sibo Crafts. Next up, coming from Lily Dior, this is also another really cool looking piece. I love the cleanliness of what you've got on here. It's just so perfectly framed in this small little display piece, which is reversible, and I think we will show a couple of pictures of this. But what I really love is the color tone that or the color palette that you've gone with. It just all complements each other. You've kind of gone with a black and white with the actual poison ivy figure. This, and then the other side is kind of the opposite. So this is more of a brighter with a little bit of a reddish orange, and then on the back side is kind of like a balcony that I think this might show. If it doesn't, we'll go through it. But I love the color scheme that you've got. The little microscope, which is black with white accents on there, a lot of black and white tones, and then with the reddish orange. Really cool, very artistic looking. You see that with the books, again, the black and white. Okay, so here's the back side. So you open this up and you've got another, it looks like Catwoman on the back side, and now you've got just the blacks and the whites for this tone or color scheme, and this looks super cool as well. I love the versatility of being able to have the two sides, which is kind of cool. You got a little light there. Looks like a little gem sort of thing to give the look of a light bulb. Paintwork is looking so nice. So awesome job to Lily Dior. And this next one is coming from Sage JDG, and he always delivers with some really amazing paintwork. You can see the detail that they've put on with this is kind of like a tin metal sort of rooftop, and this one's very unique simply because it's a rooftop piece, and I haven't seen one like this ever that I can think of, and I really dig what you've done on this. I love that you've got the seams here to make it look like this is either well, it's some sort of sheet metal. Whatever it is, it looks great. Let's get into a little bit closer shots. You can see there's a little bit of corrosion or rust that has kind of leaked onto the concrete, which looks really good. There we go. We got a Spider-Man shot here. I really dig it, and you can see the brickwork looking really nice here. You can see it looks like there's a little bit of damage on the bricks, which is awesome. You've got a little bit of a I don't know, an abnormality to this particular brick or a couple of bricks, which is, you know, very realistic looking. Just really dig your work. You always do such detailed, amazing work. I'm so glad to be able to showcase it. Next is this awesome display coming from Dr. Fulmenstein. This is a Detolf size diorama. DM them if you are interested. It is for sale, and this thing should go very quickly. It is really nice looking. I love the color tone of the bricks. A little bit darker than the typical red that we see. Very nicely sized bricks as well. I like the pipes that you've got there, and I love the green for this particular door. It looks really nice. Signage is looking great. Your concrete and the asphalt is looking really nice. That looks so good. I think you just did a great job on this piece. It looks awesome. I think you're going to be able to get this thing sold pretty darn quickly. Next up, coming from Jack's Dios, this is a, let's see, oh, is this Final Fantasy? I have no idea. I have no idea who these characters are. Final Fantasy, it says right in the actual post. Anyway, it looks like it's like a sword scabbard with a sword handle coming out of it. I don't know anything about Final Fantasy. It looks like there's a game controller there and an old PlayStation. So I'm not certain what all this is, but I do know that as far as the skill set goes, this thing looks really cool. I love the poses that you've got also on these things. The paintwork looks really good. Let's cycle through a couple more of these shots, and that looks really cool. I think that is super cool looking. Again, I don't know anything about it, but I do know that it looks awesome. So go check out Jack's Dio. They do lots of really cool stuff. This next one is coming from EMT Diorama. It's a repost with the new tech lab. Repost with my new tech lab. I'm not sure why I can't read and talk today. Anyway, what I really like about this are all of the details that are sculpted into this piece. All of these little accent chunks right here, some sort of like power reactors or whatever. You get lots of nice differences in paint apps going throughout, and then this cool little detail there that I hadn't noticed before. You can see like the rivet type of bolts that are showing through. Always cool to see those extra details on pieces like this. So I think you did a great job on this. Paintwork always on point. Next is a Dojo coming from DB Dioramas. It is complete. It was so much fun. Planning on doing another one, but much bigger. That'll be cool. Can't wait to see that. Really digging on this. I think your timbers look really nice. It's just a nice clean piece. I love the artwork that you've got there, and then these pieces here also are looking really, really cool. It just looks really nice. I love this little piece here for, I'm assuming this is a bow staff that can be picked up to be used. It's just very nicely done. I really dig it. Next is a really cool diorama that I've shown a little bit of work in progress before. This is coming from Roven Mobile Photography. We're gonna play this. Hopefully there is no sound because I will get copyrighted on this. It is his endgame Thor diorama. Shows a little bit of how this thing was built. You can see the underneath portion, and then he's got some electronics that he throws in with some LED lights. And then he throws more of that dirt in. There's just so much detail on this piece, and this is what it is replicating essentially. And take a look at that. That is absolutely stunning. It is so cool. I love the lights that are coming from underneath. What an amazing idea. And there's so much rubble and whatnot coming from the background there. Wow, you did an absolutely amazing job on this piece. This one is coming from Joe Dios. I think we showcased them last week as well. This is a Friday the 13th diorama, and I think you did a great job. Now I know Camp Crystal Lake, that is Friday the 13th. I think there was another diorama before in a previous episode. I had no clue what it was from. Now I know. The chains on here are looking awesome. I love the paintwork on the fence. That looks super cool with the splatter of blood, the little lamp, all of the little accessories that you've got on here really are adding to this piece, and it looks very nice. A little severed head down there, hadn't noticed that before. And then you've got some what looks to be some sort of shavings that are meant to look maybe like straw or something. That is looking cool, especially once you zoom out a little bit. You got the machete sort of thing there. You've got some really cool looking pictures here with a little bit of the blue light to give that cinematic look. So very cool looking dio from Joe Dios. Next up, coming from Plastic Goodies, this is such a clean display. It's a 1/12 scale abandoned warehouse diorama. You've got Deadshot on here right now, and it is looking great. I especially love this fire hose accessory piece and the little pipe that you've got on there. Man, that detail looks good, but your paintwork also is looking so absolutely great. The window, I love the little yellow and then the lighter color with the little bit of a dirty look that you've done with the weathering. Oh, the weathering on this thing is just, so good, so good. Absolutely love this piece. Let's go through a couple of these pictures, one without the action figure in here, and man, this looks so good. The floor, oh, look at all that. So good looking. Man, and then you got the texture on there. Holy, that looks awesome. You did an amazing job. You can see the stuff that has like started to collect up down by the bottom of the window, and same down here. That is awesome. Wow, attention to detail. What a great looking piece. Here's a really cool Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles display piece. This is from Schizo Customs. DM them if you are interested in this piece. It is for sale. Very cleanly done. I love how you did the resin. There's a little bit of an angle on this that is going to show how cool this resin turned out. You can see that they've got the direction of the water there to show that it is flowing. I love how you've got that clean look of the border on the water. It just really pops and looks so nice. The weathering on the pipe there is also looking amazing. You did a great job. The paintwork throughout, everything looks good. Look at the mold and algae mildew or whatever that you've got on there. Holy crap, this is awesome. This is, wow, great paintwork. So I hope someone DMs you very quickly to be able to get this thing sold, because you did an impeccable job with the paintwork, sculpt work on this thing, and this resin. Again, that water looks so good. Love it. Here's another Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles display. This one's coming from Virtual Oneer. Swipe white tree. Okay, you can see a little bit of the work back there. Let's check out this video, see how much they've got in here. I really like this little pipe thing that's coming through. The floor is looking really nice, and then you've got a water effect as well, nice and green and oozy looking nasty. You've got some nice paintwork on that on the pipe. That also is looking really cool. Here is a work in progress look at this before you put in the final paint job. Looking good again. Let's go through another one, another picture of the work in progress, and now you've got the display without any of the figures or other props in here. This looks really good. You did a great job. I love that little drip of ooze coming through. The little power box looks good. You weathered it very nicely. So awesome job to Virtual Oneer on another really nice display. This one is coming from Johnny Simpleton. He, I believe, just started building dioramas within the year. He hasn't been working on it that long as far as I recall, and he has just done amazing things with his skill set on these dioramas. Just look how realistic this looks. It is so good. I mean, wow, you have such talent. I mean, look at that. Look at that. It looks like a real building. How, where on earth did you just formulate this sort of skill set? It is absolutely crazy. I love your work. It is so realistic looking. The paint tones on here and the weathering that you've got on there, it just looks so realistic. It's crazy. So awesome job again to Johnny Simpleton. This next one is from Kiro 1038. They said this is their first ever attempt at a diorama, and it's their first and only they will make. you're not going to just make one. I don't know of very many people that make one diorama and never make another one, and I think you are going to be in that category as well. So here is a work in progress, the base of what they started with, and then they built an alien nest, and this looks really cool. I'm guessing that you used hot glue to make all of this like goo that is holding these two characters in place. I'm gonna recommend that you put something sturdy on the back side of this, because over time the poster board might start to curl and warp. So to keep the integrity of what you've got here, I would highly recommend that you either glue some sturdier stick. You could get like paint sticks that you can get free at Home Depot and Lowe's and whatnot if you're in the States, and use that to glue onto the backside to help give it a little bit more rigidity, because these thinner walls do have a tendency to warp, especially under paint. Now, I don't think that you peeled the backer board off, or the paper, so it's less likely that that's going to warp as much, but just know that using that thin stuff, it could warp. But overall, I think this is a great piece, especially for a first dio, so congratulations. I think we'll see you again. This is not going to be your last one. Next up, coming from Freda0204, this one really kind of struck me as very interesting. They do a lot of photography with their dioramas. I always love the lighting that you do. I just thought it was really cool, and I wanted to show the behind the scenes, because he does these cool little display pieces where he's got like sand and whatnot, and then just a single piece of a diorama, and then throws in different little accessories and whatnot, and then takes these shots. And it's just fun to see the creativity that some of you have to take this and turn it into a really cool looking picture. So awesome job to Fredo0204. Next is this one coming from Calypso Diorama. It is a Saint Seiya, I can never get that right. This display piece looks really cool. There's a lot of nice detail sculpted into this with the stairway, and the paint that you've got on here is looking really cool. Can't tell if the pinkish tones that we're getting are from an accent light or if this is actually a pinkish tone that you've painted on. Either way, it looks really cool. I like what you've got here. The backdrop looks really cool. Did you print this? Actually, you know what? I wonder if this backdrop, the portion of the horizon, that looks like that's sculpted. And then I bet you painted this. Did you paint all of that? It's starting to look like it is not printed at all, that you did all of it is my guess. So I really dig this piece. It looks very nice, so go check out Calypso Diorama and give them a like. This next one is coming from the Beyond 1138. It is a Doctor Who display piece, Rasilian's Tomb. Now I tried watching Doctor Who one time, and it just didn't, I don't know, I wasn't that interested in it. Some people have asked if I was watching the new version or the old. I don't even remember. So I don't know anything about it, but this thing does look very cool. I'm assuming that this little symbol that you've got throughout is part of something. I don't know. It looks really cool. I shouldn't even just talk about how little I know about these different titles. Just talk about the diorama. We'll do that. This thing looks really cool. I love the paint apps that you've got on here. There's some subtle weathering that you've got and different contrasting colors or differing colors to really make this thing pop, and it looks really awesome. I love these stairs that are going up. That looks so cool that you can design that to be able to, looks awesome. You sculpted it so well, and I'm just really pleased to be able to showcase this, even if I don't know a whole heck of a lot about the actual title. Here is a work in progress coming from Diorama Diaries. It's a 1/35th scale abandoned and destroyed house. This thing already looks amazing. I cannot wait to see what it looks like when it is fully complete. You are already doing awesome work. The paint, the sculpt, all of it looks really good. I mean, wow, this thing is gonna be pretty darn epic with the destroyed doors and whatnot on here. So cannot wait for this thing to be completed. This one is coming from Augie's Dios. I think they said that they made this for their son or daughter. I don't recall where it was that I saw it. Maybe it was Facebook. Anyway, so this is part of the diorama. I love this base. The color scheme is so rich and just looks so good. So many cool cracks. You got an impact crater there, and then we add in some of these additional layer plateau type pieces to start being able to raise up some of your figures. This is awesome. Let's go to the next picture, another angle. And look at that. Here's a really cool option to be able to just, there's so many places you can put figures. This is going to be an amazing display piece. Look at that. You can just move things around. Holy crap, this is awesome. I absolutely love it. This is so cool when you guys can make these modular pieces that give you so many different options. It's just, the number of ways that you can take pictures with this is so cool. This one really struck me, the creativity. I didn't notice this at first until I took a closer look, but this is coming from Classic Dios, and you can see that this is packing material. So this piece here is that it's like that paperish sort of mold form pieces that you get on the ends of different pieces that are shipped to you, and he turned this into some Star Wars style pieces. Same with this. This is that what is it, the low density, or I forget what that foam is. Maybe it's high density. I don't remember. But this is like when you're buying a computer or whatever, and this is what they wrap it in to make sure that it is not gonna break. But look at that. You can see that texture is just perfect. It works so well. You add a little bit of paint on there and throw some accessories on. This is a testament to creativity. Look at the things around you in the world and see if you can make them into some amazing display pieces. And what's even better is then you're not throwing this into the trash. You're able to, reduce, reuse, recycle, all of that jazz to make some really cool diorama pieces. This next one is from Thor. Again, we've showcased some of their work in the past, and it's just so much fun. I love train sets. I wish I had one right now, but I don't have the space to have the set that I would love to have. It has just such a cool display. It's so much fun to see all of the work that he puts into it. All of this is built by him, and I mean, it's just got to be so much fun to go in here and take a look at all of the little display pieces that he's built. And then last but not least is coming from Sparky JK. This is first terrain dio. So I'm assuming you've made so you've made other dioramas, just not a terrain one. Really digging on the trees. Those are looking very cool. The moss is looking nice. This path, I think the path is, in terms of the paint and whatnot, is the highlight of this. You really did a nice job with the paintwork on there. And yeah, this is a great foray into your first terrain dio. This thing's gonna look really good. You dim some lights and you throw some accent lights on this thing to take some shots, and oh my gosh, this thing is gonna look good, especially with very good. Awesome job. Alrighty, there you have it. I want to say thank you to everybody who posted dioramas again this week. It was so much fun going through them all. But we're not quite done yet. We need to reveal my top 5 of the week, and you'll get your chance to vote for your favorite on the community tab on my channel. And my top 5 are the Cold Beer and Buildings Dio by Star Marvel 76, the Warehouse Dio by Ricky Panda 91, the Charizard Pokemon Diorama by Sibo Crafts, the Poison Ivy Dio by Lily Dior, and the Rooftop Dio by Sage JDG. Again, go to the community tab on my channel and vote for your favorite, and I will reveal the winner of this week's episode next week. Alrighty, there you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, hit that like button. But even more importantly, make sure that you share this out with as many people as you possibly can to keep growing this show. And also watch the show all the way through so that you can see all of the amazing dioramas that people have put so much hard work and effort into. I know they will very much appreciate it. And go check them out on Instagram and follow the ones that you really enjoy. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you next week.